We're already getting the feel for this new NBA season. Taking it all in with me, Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, it'll be the Chicago Bulls up against the Cleveland Cavaliers at Quicken Loans Arena. For the Cavaliers,
let's meet the visiting team, the Chicago Bulls.
We've got NBA basketball in store for you. Quicken Loans Arena in downtown Cleveland, Ohio. It's the home of the Cavs, live on 2K Sports. Along with Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and our sideline reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Looking at the last game for the Cleveland Cavaliers, it was a win against Orlando. And that was a close call. They pulled it out with a win and just 2 points at that, but it wasn't easy.
And I know the defense wasn't great. Oh, wow.
Hello.
That's a beautiful jam.
Never get tired of LeBron James in the air doing wonderful things.
And for so long, the Bulls really were synonymous with the best defensive teams in the league. But as a team, they've started to slip the last few years. It's something that has been lost while this team kind of retools for the future. That's another miss already.
Cavaliers have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Inside, James. That one falls coming off of Thomas's feet. And it used to be you could pencil in the Bulls as a top 10 defensive team by most metrics in any given year. But, Greg, the last few seasons, they've just been middle of the pack.
And, you know, over the history of this team, they've always been at their best when they played great defense. You go back to those Jordan years where they were marked by exceptional defense. This last group, led by Derrick Rose, similarly built on a defensive-minded philosophy. Let's just see if they get back to their roots with this new push.
Wallace with it, now defended by Levine. Love kicks to James. 6 to shoot. And James throws it down.
Well, you got to try to keep LeBron away from the post as much as possible. That time, too deep, turns around, and gets the dunk.
And Mirotic kicks to Pondexter. On the wing, Levine. The 3. Good D by Wade. For Cleveland, they've gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. And it's blocked with the second effort.
Well, still, Kevin, sitting side with you in that fine suit, it gets me excited that I have another chance to watch one of the greatest players to play in the NBA. LeBron James continues to dominate.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
No good on the free throw.
And I'm just not sure the league has ever seen a more intimidating slasher than LeBron James. A 6'8" bullet train. He's so strong, so quick, and if he gets a shoulder on you, watch out.
Levine dishes to Grant. Lopez passes to Mirotic. The 18-footer is right on the mark. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. He gets it in there.
Kevin Love, super efficient in the paint, a high percentage scorer who can use that soft touch inside.
And Mirotic has it in the corner. Levine for 3, drains it from beyond the arc. Levine's got 6 points.
Just like to see the defense get more aggressive. They are asking for trouble as they're giving up open looks to this point.
Thomas against Grant. Outside Thomas. Rocket 6. To the paint. Shoots over Mirotic. Love, no luck.
That's a great effort on defense. He definitely rushed his shot a little bit down low.
Here's Pondexter, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. When it comes, Brent, to the subject of intimidation, there are certain players who are just downright scary, intimidating to play against.
Insert one Rudy Gobert. I mean, has this guy in Utah not done a great job, Kevin, of manning up the middle in ways that we haven't seen for quite some time? Both him and Hassan Whiteside, along with DeAndre Jordan, those guys are pretty good down deep in the paint.
Absolutely. Here's LeBron. Score the basket. His fourth. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight. Chicago trailing here and stolen by Love. LeBron kicks to Love. But they'll get another chance. To the middle. Here's Thomas. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Now that's what Tristan Thompson does best, just working the glass and working the D over.
Bulls moving the ball around. Lopez left side. Thomas against Grant. Dishes it to Mirotic. Screen by Grant. Kick out to Levine. And Wade sends it back.
Dwayne Wade, the best shot blocking 2-guard this game has ever seen. Add another one to the total.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing this matchup with San Antonio.
And they had to be sensational defensively on that night to compensate for the fact that they just couldn't find a rhythm offensively.
I don't think any measure of D could have made up for their shortcomings on the offensive end. They couldn't find a way to maintain any kind of success on that end of the floor.
And they can't allow him too many open looks like that. That's just inviting trouble.
Here's Rose. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And the shot goes in. Markkanen's got the first bucket of the night.
Hey, look, you got to keep.
It's a pick by Love. Here's Smith. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. And J.R. Smith, one of the more unabashed gunners, Brent, in the NBA.
I always say this about J.R. Smith, Kevin. When in doubt, shoot. Stay in doubt all the time. And J.R. Smith has played his career in doubt.
And after so many finals runs starting in 2015, Brent, is it natural for a team like the Cavaliers to wear down a bit?
Well, they do have some guys that have played a lot of years in the NBA, so that's a natural cause and effect. But these guys were the defending champs last year, won 51 games, took a couple months off on the defensive end, and then flipped the switch in the playoffs, no doubt about it. Came together and played extremely well through their run in the Eastern Conference.
2 shots, gentlemen.
And last year, the Bulls, Greg, just didn't threaten anyone from outside.
I think a big problem has just been personnel. You know, some of the guys they brought in as shooters just really haven't panned out, and that lack of shooting from deep is why this offense can grow stagnant at times.
Outside Rose, there's a screen. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And Holiday kicks to Portis. Back to Holiday. The 3. For 3. And so it's Cleveland with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And don't go away. We'll be right back. Well, we know what Derrick Rose has been through, the injury.
I got a clear mind when I play. I can't think of.
Well, and Rose says no pressure, but I have to feel like there's at least a little bit, guys, of pressure to get back to where he was.
Yeah, I mean, league MVP in 11, once considered a cornerstone for the NBA's youth movement. What we find out now after dealing with the adversity is, does he have the heart and drive?
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And from what you guys have seen so far from Cleveland, what
Physical tone here in the first.
Well, they're attacking the rim in more than one way, and with that kind of success, you feel like the defense is going to make the adjustment, and you start playing inside out.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Bulls. They've got Portis. He's out there with Markkanen, and it's Holiday and a shooting guard. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Guys, the league may have never seen a player with more control on and off the court than LeBron James. He is a superstar, a playmaker on the floor. Some say he's practice. Kevin?
No question about it, David. He's well on his way. As important a player as we've ever seen in basketball.
And you give Rose an angle to the rim. That's exactly what's going to happen. Too quick, too explosive.
Outside Holiday. That ball's off target. It's his third miss. He's made 2 shots from the doesn't hit that one. Now Chicago takes it the other way. This their first chance this season playing the Cavaliers.
Yeah, 2 conference rivals. I mean, they'll play each other a total of 4 times this season.
And guys, this first meeting always sort of sets the tone for how the rest of the season series will play out. For teams that know each other this well, this initial game.
Cavaliers. Thompson, he's checked in for Love. James comes in for Smith. Dwayne Wade, he's checked in for Kyle Korver. And Thomas subbed in for Rose. Down to 5 on the shot clock. 3-pointer, Pondexter. It's rebounded by Cleveland. James kicks to Thompson. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And Tristan Thompson, more of a center's game in a 6'9" frame, especially with the way small ball has gone. He has the ability to hold his own down on the inside. That combination of long arms, strength, the quick jumping, and the willpower to dominate, that's put Tristan Thompson on the map.
Grant dishes to Mirotic. Back to Grant to stop the run. The Bulls keep it alive. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. And Holiday kicks to Lopez. Out to the right wing. Here's Grant. A stupendous finish. And for Thompson, the downside to playing him at center is he is not a big-time shot blocker.
Well, he does have good mobility in the pick and roll, Kevin, and he covers the smaller men on the switches. But you're right, as soon as you get around the rim, sometimes Tristan Thompson is not able to get vertical and challenge some shots out there.
And LeBron James gets it to go. James has got the lead up to 12 now for the Cavs. And Thompson sends it back.
Well, Thompson lives in the paint, and defensively, occasionally, you're going to get to shots like that.
And at full speed, he still has the wherewithal to get himself in good position.
Yeah, the snap decisions right there, reading the situation on the move and then making the right choice.
And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Yeah, they should bring out a big razor right now, Kevin. A great start, an aggressive move to show they're not going to lay down. Well, the D did their job there. Excellent contest to alter the close ranger.
It's early, of course, but Brent, for teams that have a number of new players, maybe even a new coach, what's an average timeline for developing a winning chemistry?
I think if you look at, Kevin, the way we've talked for so many years about 20 games into the season, with this much change, you might have to look at half of a season, because there could be some injuries, there could be some scheduling snafus that make it difficult for you. But half of a year, new coach, new players, 41 games seems to be about right in assessing whether or not this team's going to put something special together for the season.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
In the corner, it's Pondexter. This one for 3. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Thompson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Stolen by Grant. Outside Holiday. He kicks to Grant. The dish now to Pondexter. Bulls moving the ball around. And again, Chicago, no good. The Cavaliers leading by 12. Here's LeBron, and James throws it down hard.
Terrific basketball from Wade there to thread the pass to the wide open man for the clean look.
And the replay presented, of course, by Under Armour. Unleash chaos. Great stuff and some great basketball going on. It's deflected, and he's able to get it back.
For a guy who averages 8 attempts at the line during his entire career, Dwayne Wade continues to find ways to get to the charity stripe.
The Cavaliers shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
And you look at all the accomplishments, all the great moments from Wade's career. No doubt he is going to the Hall as soon as he's eligible. One of the greatest two guards to ever play.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Kevin Love's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Smith comes in for Jay Crowder, and it's Rose in for Thomas. Grant in the post, working on Rose. Great D that time from LeBron. Outside Rose. There's the pass to LeBron. Over Levine. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Cleveland ahead, up by 16. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Joined by Coach Tyronn Lue. Coach, how do you think the team performed defensively in that first half?
Well, they got off to a good start, but then I thought we settled in and started playing a little bit more defense.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Boy, what a crowd joining us here for our halftime report. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Kenny the Jet Smith and the Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. LeBron James had it going on in the first quarter. He had 13 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist. Kenny, your thoughts? How are the Cavaliers playing?
Well, they knocked the wind out of the defense in transition, converting fast.
So that'll do it for now.
As we return to look at the corner of Euclid and East 6th in downtown Cleveland, just a few blocks from our spot here at Quicken Loans Arena. Bulls trail by 16, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, LeBron and Love are the deadly forward pair. Thomas is out there with Dwayne Wade, and it's Thompson in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. The shot's good from Love.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Here's Pondexter, and so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And Cavaliers fans have to be pleased with what the team got in exchange for Kyrie Irving. An all-star in Isaiah Thomas, a two-way starter in Crowder, and some talent for the future. I think they did well.
Thomas kicks to Love. Pass to James. Back to Love. A floater. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. Love's got 7 points in the game.
Yeah, LeBron with the whip pass there, good at surveying the court and spotting the open teammate.
And the Cavs stuck to their guns in the trade negotiation. They wanted that 2018 draft pick, which is coming from the Nets. You never know what happens with LeBron this upcoming offseason. They got talent and depth to win now, but also a plan B if they need to rebuild.
And Sharp here to start the half. That's 3 in a row.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
And I like this timeout. You're getting terrible rim protection right now.
Well, you got to ask your team to give you a little bit more effort because there's just not a lot of fire on the defensive end.
Grant kicks to Lopez. Stolen by Thompson. Floats it up for James. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Now that looked easy. 2 of the easier points for LeBron James in this ball game.
It was beautiful the first time, but Under Armour showing us the replay of that tremendous alley-oop again. Another unleash chaos moment.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Here's Pondexter. Back to Grant, and they get it. And James pulls it down. James has got his 3rd rebound tonight. Thomas, it's a wide open look, and another three for Cleveland.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
James kicks to Wade. James sets the screen for Wade. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Shoots over Pondexter. And that one comes up a bit short. Bulls have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Lopez against Thompson. Lets the 3 fly, and the call will be against Robin Lopez. That's his first foul for the Cavaliers. Jay Crowder comes in for Thompson. And it's Korver in for Dwayne Wade. The Bulls also changing it up. Felicia's checked in for Lopez. Bobby Portis comes in for Mirotic. And Justin Holiday subbed in for Jaren Grant. LeBron kicks to Love. Thomas outside. That falls. Great assist by Love. Thomas got 6 in the quarter.
Unable to close out defensively, even against the smaller shooter.
Yeah, it's tough sometimes to get a hand up on the three-point shot, but in this case, that didn't even affect it.
And we'll examine here how the distribution has been between 3-pointers and 2-pointers tonight for Chicago. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. And Isaiah Thomas, the 60th and final pick of the 2011 draft. Greg, he definitely plays with a chip on his shoulder.
Yeah, I call it the little man syndrome. He's driven to prove himself. I mean, he's overcome the odds. In league history, only 9 players 5'9" or shorter have played 1,000 minutes or more in a season. And he's not just playing, he's playing at the highest level.
Shot to stop the drought. Whistle on the play. Bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
How about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
Smith checked in for the Cavaliers. Rose comes in for Thomas. And Chicago also making a switch. Markkanen, he's checked in for Quincy Pondexter. Outside Rose. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Rose has got 10 points in the game.
And that's the Derrick Rose of old. Full speed ahead and bursting to the rim.
For 3, Levine buries the long-range jumper. Here's Rose. 10 points for him. Screen by Smith. Levine against Rose. No good there. And it's Chicago the other way. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home.
You combine his massive size and then his desire to pound the glass, it makes him a tough cover on the board.
.133 left in the third quarter of the game. And another shot. He takes it up and lays it in. 12 points for him.
And you love to see Rose aggressively looking to score on the inside.
Levine against Rose. Holiday, the pass to Levine. Over Rose. Again, Levine missing.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Passes it to Love from about 16. And Cleveland again with the bucket.
Love is an accomplished mid-range shooter. He's someone you just can't let get comfortable at any point.
Holiday against Korver. And Holiday with the basket on the assist by Levine. 50 seconds left to play in the third. Outside Rose. Here's the screen. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
Were those guys back on defense? I didn't see them. Somehow someone missed an assignment. Luckily, he bricked the mid-range.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Smith. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
JR maybe leaking out just a little bit, but has a strong sense of where to run to get the score.
Here's Holiday, and the rejection by Love. Korver gets a wide open look, and it's off from three-point range. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Cavaliers on top, opening up a huge gap. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Quicken Loans Arena. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the 4th quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. Brent, the last team you played for, the Houston Rockets. Your dad, your older brother John, also played for the Rockets. What's this connection between the city of Houston and the Barry family?
I've asked them that same question in Houston, and I even talked to Daryl Morey about putting a Barry graveyard across the street where it is that all 3 of us, our career had ended. I'd love to see a tombstone over there with Rick, John, and Brent.
Well,
maybe we'll add a few more to it, Kevin.
Well, the way you played there, the way you played your career, and your family played, obviously you've set a standard in the league. But that was an interesting stop that you all were there at one time.
I think it's crazy that we all ended in Houston, though.
Yeah,
it's weird.
It is.
3 careers ending with one organization.
Isn't that something?
Weird.
On the court for the Bulls, getting this 4th quarter started. We've got Valentine. He's out there with Markkanen, and it's Payne in at the 1 spot.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
It's stolen by Green. Outside Rose. In the corner, Smith with it. A 3 ball. Can't hit that one. Now Chicago takes it the other way. Kicks it to Valentine. Beyond the arc. It's hauled in by Fry. Cleveland's gone 5 of 8 from three-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. Korver dishes to Smith. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Markkanen with it, working on Green. Markkanen can't get it to go. For Cleveland, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. The offensive rebound. The Bulls have gone 0 of 3 to start the 4th quarter. Here's Payne. Can't hit that one. Some solid defense from Rose. They are in complete control.
This is the ultimate definition of the zone. Everything they've done has worked.
Here's Fry. Tips it up, and Green is right there.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Here's Nwaba, guarded by Korver. Stolen by Rose. Now Cleveland moving it up. Here's Fry. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time.
And that was the play to make. Rose making the right read.
Markkanen kicks to Valentine. He feeds it to Payne. Now here's Valentine. Guarded closely. 6 to shoot. They need this. Payne can't hit. Cavaliers have gone 4 of 8 in this 4th quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. And Fry kicks to Rose. There's a good screen. Back to Fry. But they recover it.
Yeah, maybe a little luck, maybe a little bit of heart. Both of those at play here. He's getting every offensive rebound.
Outside Rose. Back to Fry. Over in the corner, Rose. Goes back up. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Felicio's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. It's taken away by Smith. Oh, and here comes Smith all alone. And the jam by J.R. Smith.
J.R. getting up huge that time. What a jam.
Here's Nwaba. 2 points. That one goes.
And that's exactly what they're going for on that shot.
And here are the Cavaliers. They've outscored them 10 points to 2 during this run. Rose kicks to Fry. Feeds it to Korver. And he banks in the layup.
Not often, but Korver getting active now on the inside to get a good quality shot.
Payne passes to Valentine. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Fry's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And here's Rose. Green, the screen. Rose dishes to Green. Oh, and he jams it right over Lauri Markkanen. Wow.
And that monster lead continues to grow. They are just piling it on now.
Now, that's the attack mindset with which they entered the game with, and I wouldn't expect them to let up now. That's just poor shooting right now from him, and I'm not sure why he's even attempting those kind of shots.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Cavaliers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And every win important, and this one will go down as win number 3.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for LeBron.
They looked aggressive on the offensive end, and that compounded into lots of great opportunities that he capitalized on.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
Mirotic is checked in for Markkanen. They set the pick. 5 on the clock. Green, the screen. The 3 from Korver. No good that time. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. Here's Felicio. Waba kicks to Felicio. It's good.
That's a gorgeous assist. Outstanding at finding his guys in the spots where they want the basketball.
And Cleveland can just let the clock run down here. Now here's Calderon. Defense is right there. And he knocks down the first one.
Appreciate the unselfish play of Calderon there. He constantly is getting his teammates involved by moving the basketball.
There's 10 seconds left in the game. Here's Dunn. Here's Felicio. From beyond the arc. So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight, one that was in total control operating floor. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up for Brett.